And we are back. So again, my name is Josh Bisson. I'm on the board of directors and the chairman for the Chatham Literacy Development Committee. And it is so good to have you here. Today is about power, as we've been discussing, the power that literacy has to open doors, to strengthen families, and to energize our communities. We are live here from 79 West here in Pittsburgh with our first annual Light Up for Literacy Telethon. So every dollar that's being raised right now is being matched up to $2,500. So please consider giving your financial gift right now, again, to strengthen those families. Again, you're helping a parent read a book in the evening to their child, or somebody qualify for a better job and just have confidence, in what they do. And as I mentioned last hour, this hour is really, really, really near and dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about financial literacy. And so the very first guest that we have this hour is going to be our very own financial literacy program coordinator, Loida Estrada. Hi, Loida.
Hello, Josh.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I got some questions for you. So what topics anchor your financial literacy program?
All of them. But it's specifically, so we have specific topics like budgeting, credit scores, it's a big one, and home buying. We have several ones, but those are like our main ones.
Those are the main ones. And those are really, really important. So how do you tailor content for first-time learners who are trying to learn those basics?
So we take in consideration what are they looking for, what are their needs, where are they at, where would they like to get to. So we have basic personal finance. We also have classes on business for business owners and for older adults. So each section covers, or each program covers a lot of I could just go on and on and on, but we have like so much that we need to cover. So like I said, budgeting, credit scores, home buying, and others are for the basic personal finance. For the business, we have business entrepreneurs that they can start like from zero, get that basic knowledge so they can know where to start, where to go, how to keep records, how to prepare for their business needs and stuff. And also the other curriculum for the older adults that's focused on scams and fraud, which it doesn't only affect older folks. I mean, it affects everyone because we're all in the social media and everywhere, so it just affects them.
Isn't that so true? As the banking center manager for First Horizon here in Pittsburgh, I can certainly vouch for how imperative those topics are. So that's so true. So what outcomes do you see when learners finish the program?
So we see a start where they might not be so sure what they need or what they're lacking on. But when they finish the program, they have like an open mind of different stuff. They're keeping up with their records a little better, trying to save more. They're trying to pay maybe more attention to what they didn't used to pay attention before. So it just varies from person to person, but we can see that everyone achieves a goal whenever they have finished the classes.
That's amazing, and it sounds like everybody achieves something, which is fantastic. So, last question for you: what resources or partnerships make the biggest difference for you?
So we have different partnerships, which that's a huge thing. So we work through partnership, individuals as well. Anyone coming in the door is welcome. We're here to serve anyone living or working in Chatham County. And we want to serve them in every way we can. But our partnerships with either other organizations, like our banks, we got Josh here who's helping us with this. He's on our advisory bank advisory committee, and we have different banks who are getting involved and helping us out and stuff. We have partnerships like with Web Square, Salvation Army, through the county, different partnerships, and we appreciate everything that we can do through them because we can obtain like a mutual beneficial goal. You know, we're serving their clients, but they're also serving them with their programs, but we're also serving them with what we have. So when we come together and working together, we can, you know, serve the community better.
Well, Loida, thank you. You do an amazing job and run a fantastic program. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Just
Again,
one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing. You got it.
I just want to say thank you for all the donations that you're making. Each donation that you're making to Chatham Literacy, it's well appreciated. Our donors who are calling, people who are making small donations or big donations, thank you so much for all your support. So keep calling 919-742-0578.
I love it, Loida. Great job. Thank you so much. And again, financial literacy is instrumental, in supporting individuals, and families to ensure their security for years and years to come. And as she mentioned, on top of being a board director and the chair for the development committee, I sit on Loida's advisory committee as well. So, for programming and things such as that. So it's such amazing work. So right now, I have the privilege of announcing how much we've raised so far. And as of right now, we are at $2,300. Awesome. So I cannot beat Loida's plug. I just can't do it, but I'm going to give it a try. So there is no better time now than now to call 919-742-0578. Again, you can visit us online at chathamliteracy.org/donate, or stop by 79 West here. We are at 120 Mosaic Drive here in Pittsburgh. And again, I personally welcome you to the epicenter of all that's going on. I'm not sure if you can hear it, all the buzz that's going on, but we've got volunteers here that are filling this room. So again, please visit us online, stop by, or give us a call. This next guest, I'm very excited to be able to chat with. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I'm going to invite up our retail market manager for First Horizon Bank, LaVesia Ely. Hi, LaVesia. How are you? Good. All right. So welcome. So it's good to see you again. It's been a while.
It has
been a hot minute, right?
Probably exactly a minute.
Exactly. So why does First Horizon support financial literacy in the community?
One of our focuses within our community is to make sure that we provide not only literacy to adults, but also children. We want the families to be well-rounded and have clarity around what their budget is, which is one of the biggest pieces for us. A lot of people don't budget. When you budget, you do reduce stress. And that's really what we want. It's just peace in the household. And that happens by everybody being on one accord, really understanding what they have going on, what's coming in, what's coming out, and figuring out a way to save.
Absolutely. Saving is important, especially nowadays with this interest rate environment. So what skills do you see clients needing most to navigate banking and budgeting?
I wouldn't say that they need any special skills. I would say that they need to have a growth mindset, be open to changing. That could be changing the way in which they live, making sacrifices so that they can save. And that's probably the biggest challenge. A lot of times we get comfortable doing things a certain way, overspending, or, just having unnecessary subscriptions and things of that nature. So just taking a quick look and seeing what things we can cut, if anything, because there may be moments where we can't. But just having that growth mindset, being open to changing the way we're doing things to make things better for us in the long term. Yeah, and sometimes that's easier said than done, but it sounds fantastic that Lloyd is addressing that through these programs, which is great. So how does a partnership with Chatham Literacy advance financial well-being? Well, Chatham Literacy does a lot for the adult learner, really getting them to understand their finances, but also connecting them with additional partnerships like First Horizon and other community partners who can help them really tap into not only their finances, but other skills and options that will help them. One thing that I think of specifically is the ESL option, because you all provide the financial literacy in different languages. That's something a lot of organizations do not do. So you are able to tap into other communities, and that is invaluable.
Definitely a differentiator for sure. So what action can our viewers take today to strengthen financial literacy locally?
Locally, number one, you can support Chatham Literacy today by donating, whether that be funds or your time, but giving back to the community. That is key. Making sure that you're aware of different programs like Chatham Literacies that we can invest in to really help get everybody on the same page.
All right. One more question that's off script is that how do you reduce the stress for your banking center managers? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. LaVasia, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And again, I know that personally, I know that First Horizon looks forward to partnering with Chatham Literacy to move our vibrant communities forward. And again, you can reach us 919-742-0578, chathamliteracy.org/donate. Our next guest just dropped in, and she brought some amazing sweet treats. We're going to go ahead and introduce to you the co-owner of Carolina Cravings here in Pittsburgh, Yira Martinez. Hi, Yira. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I may or may not visit you a lot for coffee and sweet treats, as you can probably see. But so I understand you just finished the Financial Literacy for Business. What motivated you to enroll in that program?
What motivated me is to keep learning more because me and my friend Ileana, my business partner, we started the business with no experience at all. So knowing that something like financial literacy for business was offered motivated me and, to learn more.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And I can attest to the fact that you're doing a phenomenal job for sure. So what skills or tools did you learn in the program that you're bringing back to Carolina Cravings?
Like banking, planning, budgeting, differentiating the needs and wants, and then also learning different bank accounts as well. Before, we used to just pile all of the money, and we didn't know what we wanted to save, what was like the money to spend, and then the money for needs and wants.
That's awesome to hear. That's so great. So let me ask you this: what challenges did you face, and then how did the program help you solve those?
One of the challenges that came up, it was that our refrigerator broke down. So having understood to set money aside for emergencies, that helped us be prepared for something going wrong. So when our refrigerator broke down, we were able to pull that money out and then invest in the refrigerator.
Awesome. I mean, unexpected expenses are always tough. So I'm glad that you guys found that solution. So last question, what advice do you have for other small businesses and owners considering going through this program?
I would say to do it because there's a lot of amazing people volunteering and also working to help our community understand finances.
Awesome. Yira, it's been so awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for this advice. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And again, Yira and Ileana own Carolina Cravings on Hillsborough Street here in Pittsburgh. So definitely stop by, visit them. I may or may not have had a thumbprint cookie already. So we'll go from there. And again, as you can see, financial literacy is just so very, very important in today's world, right? We're blessed to be able to introduce to you one of our students who just finished Financial Literacy Basics. Let's welcome Kishaya Brooks. Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. All right. So what was your starting point with budgeting, saving, or credit?
I started at the basics, at the very, very bottom in the basement. I'm a parent, a mother of three little girls, so we know how that can be. So ultimately, I really wanted to get a better understanding of finances, not just for me, but for them, because ultimately I wanted to save and be able to give something back to them or leave something for them. But more than anything, I wanted to understand the language, because a lot of times as parents, when we're talking to our kids, it's needs and versus wants. And when I speak to them on a financial level or whatever, then it takes the person out of it. So it makes it easier for them to connect and understand and separate between the two. So it actually gives them something to focus on versus them, and make it more about the finances and keep it that way. So that way they could actually build and focus on that versus everything around them.
I love hearing that. Parents wanting to, leave money is one thing, but parents wanting to leave knowledge and wisdom is another. That's absolutely fantastic. So what concept or practice made the biggest difference for you?
Honestly, it was almost like it's a tie between the influences and values as well as the banking. Mainly because, like I said, the influence and values, there's so much social media out here. There's so many influences. So that was the struggle, mainly because it broke it down to the basics where I didn't even realize in some cases certain things that I told myself I wanted really I was influenced by it. Oh, that looks so good. So I had to fight between that and deal with that aspect. But the banking aspect, that was the goal. So actually seeing the money and the savings and stuff or whatever,
Right.
That was what kept me going.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So, when completing the course, how has that changed your day-to-day decisions?
Oh, wow. For me, it's almost like a competition. So it's like, I find myself in the line at the grocery store, like, ooh, kind of want. But then I'm thinking about how much more I could save, or how, if I made this something that I continue to do or whatever, like how much that would benefit my bottom line and my budget. So it's like literally I'm walking around doing math all day.
That's me too. But that's the growth mindset that LaVasia was talking about earlier from First Horizon is being able to make those decisions differently. So last question. So what goal are you excited to tackle right now?
I think the goal I'm excited to tackle is my yearly goal that I set for as far as my budget and my savings.
Excellent. Wonderful. Well, Kashay, again, it's been so exciting to hear about how Chatham Literacy's financial literacy program has helped you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on. It's awesome. All right. So, again, it's been an exciting hour already, jam-packed, but it's time to give away a prize. I was just handed this amazing book, Live Dead, John Brackett. Again, a signed copy, I believe. And the winner for this particular hour is Nancy Harden. Woohoo! So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this hour. Again, thank you to all of our guests for supporting Chatham Literacy. Again, we're here live at 79 West here in Pittsburgh. Again, if you're local, please consider coming down, say hello. Again, I know you can't see them here, but we've got a room full of folks who would be happy to shake your hand and thank you. And again, I can't wait till 3 o'clock because we're going to be discussing the bold goal. If you don't know what that is, you aren't going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll see you then.